It's a late afternoon. The air feels still, almost like the world is holding its breath. You sit there, perhaps with a warm cup in your hands, staring out the window as sunlight spills in soft gold across the floor. You've been carrying so much lately. Questions without answers, prayers that seem to drift into silence, dreams you've quietly buried because life felt too heavy. And then, a thought stirs inside you, gentle but insistent. What if this moment is not random? Maybe you've been searching for a sign, something to remind you that heaven hasn't gone silent, that God hasn't walked away. You're not here by accident. You were led here now for a reason, and perhaps, without even realizing it, you've stepped right into an answer you've been waiting for. Scripture whispers, "He will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." Psalm 91:11. You are not walking alone. Even in the nights when you could barely hold yourself together, unseen hands have been holding you. Even in the storms, there has been a shelter over your life. Beloved soul, you have within you a light that has not gone out, a courage that kept you moving when it would have been easier to stop. You were never created merely to survive. You were designed to walk with strength, dignity, and hope, not with pride, but with the steady assurance that your life has meaning far greater than the struggles you've endured. This season you're in is not wasted. Every tear you've shed has watered seeds you cannot yet see. Every delay has been shaping something deep within you. And the path ahead, it is opening, step by step, at just the right time. So, take a breath. Feel the weight of the world slowly loosening its grip on your shoulders. This is not the end. It's the doorway to something new. God's timing is never rushed, yet never late. The same one who formed the stars has been guiding your steps, and he is still guiding you now. You have not been forgotten. You are right on time, and heaven is closer than you think. Have you ever planted a seed and checked on it the very next day, hoping to see something sprout? Maybe you watered it, placed it where sunlight could reach, and still, nothing happened right away. Days passed, weeks even. The soil looked the same, and it was tempting to think, maybe nothing's growing at all. But beneath the surface, where your eyes couldn't see, something was happening. The seed was breaking open, roots were reaching deep, and life was quietly preparing to push through. Your life is a lot like that. There are seasons when you can't see the results of your prayers, your hard work, your faith. It feels like you're just waiting, wondering if God heard you at all. But He has been working in the unseen, strengthening you, aligning circumstances, shaping you into the person who will be ready to receive what He's preparing. The truth is, God's timing often unfolds differently than we imagine. We live in a world of instant results, instant coffee, instant messages, instant answers. But heaven works in divine rhythm, not rushed, not delayed, perfect. And often the most important parts of your journey are formed in the waiting. A story of hidden growth. I once knew a woman named Grace. For years, she prayed for a change in her life, a new job, a better place to live, a sense of purpose. She would apply for opportunities, only to be told, not yet. She moved forward with faith, but each closed door felt like another weight on her shoulders. One day, after yet another rejection, she sat in her small kitchen, hands wrapped around a cup of tea, and said aloud, "God, I don't understand. I've been faithful. Why isn't it happening?" Months later, an unexpected offer came her way, better than anything she had prayed for. It wasn't just a job. It was a calling that fit her skills, her heart, and her purpose perfectly. Looking back, she realized the delay was never denial. It was preparation. She had needed that extra time to grow into the role, to heal in places she didn't even know were broken. Her story is a reminder. When doors close, it's not because you've been forgotten. Sometimes they close because God is leading you toward something better than you imagined. When you feel behind, it's easy to look around and feel like life is passing you by. Friends are getting promotions, building families, starting businesses, traveling the world, and you're still trying to figure out your next step. But the world's pace is not God's pace. Your journey was never meant to be compared to anyone else's. Think about flowers. Roses bloom in spring, chrysanthemums in autumn. No one looks at a rose and says, "You're late because the chrysanthemum bloomed first." Each blooms in its own season, in its own time, with its own beauty. So when you feel behind, remember, you're not late, you're not forgotten, you're blooming on schedule, heaven's schedule. The strength you didn't know you had. You might not see it now, but the challenges you've faced have been shaping you. The late nights, the hard choices, the disappointments, they've been forging strength inside you. Have you ever noticed how a tree grows stronger when it's been through storms? The wind forces its roots to grow deeper, anchoring it more firmly into the ground. In the same way, every hardship you've faced has anchored you in ways you might not realize yet. That's why God can trust you with bigger dreams, because you've proven you can endure, even when it's hard. The very storms you thought would break you have been equipping you, listening for the gentle whisper. God's guidance doesn't always come as a loud voice or a dramatic sign. More often, it's a quiet nudge in your heart, a gentle thought that says, "Call that person," or "Take this small step," or "Wait a little longer." Sometimes, you might even overlook it because it feels so ordinary. But in reality, those small nudges are the stepping stones to your bigger calling. The key is to pause long enough to notice. In the rush of life, it's easy to drown out the still, small voice with noise, busyness, or comparison. Take moments in your day to be still. Even 5 minutes of silence can help you hear what heaven has been whispering all along. I am with you. Keep going. You're on the right path. Letting go to step forward. Part of stepping into God's plan means letting go of what no longer fits. Old fears, old labels, old versions of yourself that were built in survival mode but no longer reflect who you're becoming. It's not easy to release what's familiar, even if it's heavy. We cling to things because they feel safe, even when they hold us back. But think of a hot air balloon. It can't rise until the sandbags are removed. The same is true for you. To rise into the season God has prepared, you have to release what's weighing you down. This could mean setting boundaries, forgiving someone who hurt you, or forgiving yourself for mistakes in the past. Each release makes you lighter, freer, more aligned with the person you were meant to be. The joy that lasts. Happiness can come and go with circumstances, but joy, the kind God gives, stays even in hard times. It's not about ignoring pain. It's about knowing you are held in the middle of it. Joy says, "This is hard, but I am not alone." Joy looks like laughing again after a long season of tears. It's finding gratitude for small things, a sunrise, a kind word, a moment of peace in your day. And here's the beautiful thing. When you keep your heart open to joy, you also keep it open to love, blessings, and guidance. God can pour more into a heart that isn't closed off in fear or bitterness. Practical steps for today. If you want to live in alignment with this truth, here are a few gentle steps you can take starting now. 1. Pause daily. Even 2 minutes of quiet can help you notice God's whispers. 2. Release comparison. Unfollow or mute anything that stirs feelings of not enough. 3. Write a gratitude list. Name 3 small things you're thankful for each day. 4. Pray with trust. End your prayer with "Your timing, not mine." 5. Celebrate small wins. Every step forward, no matter how small, matters. So here you are. After the tears, the waiting, the moments when you almost gave up. And yet you're still standing. That alone is a miracle worth noticing. You've carried burdens no one else has seen, fought battles in silence, and kept walking when you didn't know where the path would lead. Beloved, heaven has seen it all. Not one moment has been wasted. The same God who held you in the valley is now guiding you toward the mountain. The doors that once felt sealed shut are beginning to open. The opportunities you thought were lost are being replaced with better ones, perfectly tailored to you. Your journey is sacred. Every delay was a lesson, every disappointment a redirection, every not yet a whisper that something greater was on its way. And now that greater is drawing near. You might not see it all at once, but piece by piece, the puzzle is coming together. So lift your head, let your shoulders relax, breathe in the truth that you are exactly where you need to be. This next chapter is not just about surviving. It's about living with purpose, walking in joy, and letting your light shine without apology. And remember this promise: "For I know the plans I have for you," declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Hold it close. Let it be your compass when doubts creep in. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are deeply loved and endlessly guided. Your season is coming, and it's going to be good, very good. In your own life, begin by trusting that every step you've taken, yes, even the hard ones, has been leading you somewhere meaningful. Release the urge to compare your timing to others. Your story is uniquely yours. Take small daily pauses to listen for God's quiet guidance. Let gratitude be the soil where your faith grows, and be willing to let go of what no longer serves your journey. When you pray, remember you're speaking to the one who knows your heart better than anyone. Trust his timing, embrace the unfolding, and walk forward knowing heaven is cheering you on.